looks exhausted. I can't blame her. Heck, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I? It doesn't matter. I'm on this case to the bitter end. I know. That's why I want to officially ask you for your help. You got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back home so you can make your dream show come true. This is Samurai versus the Plumbed Punisher, right? You bet! You look as if you did not sleep last night, bobbed head. There's writing all over your face. How can you expect to put up a wee respectful defense like that? I'm all fired up and ready to go. I guess I was not the only one who's looking exhausted. It doesn't seem in the best spirits herself. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you're still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day. Guess it was just my imagination. Ready, Nick? Okay, Maya, let's head on in. Now then, if everyone is ready. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Shadmati. I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder, let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the high priest. And today, he will also be tried for the murder of his disciple, Pire Zello. Now, the prosecutor Sanmari, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain two of the most devout clergymen in Kiraism. Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling would not be punishment enough. Then, what terrible fate awaits her? Balakpokan hell, a realm of eternal agony. There see yourself at the endless punishment of Jagar by the gun for... What words are these? Furthermore, good enough, enough! My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists. I was going to ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss. Now then, please continue. The part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused. As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the high priest disciple of Pure Zello. He had been trained as a high priest while living at the priest's home. I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an honest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. Murder occurred at the Plaza Devotion during the purification rites. There was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in prayer. The dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. Stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. The robbed dagger, Lady Kira's weapon of choice. Various tablets of the accused prints on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it.
Objection!
Hold your tongue. Now being accused, my fate is a serial killer. The prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. When the defense can't respond. The accused is innocent and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with 4 sippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? The accused's fingerprints on the motor weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to deliberate this any further. But well, once a malevolence conducts a seance, it would be clear for all to see. Your Majesty, might I have a word? Something the matter, Prosecutor Shadmati. It is about the divination seance.
That's enough!
Your benevolence! Stop right there, Prosecutor Shadmati. As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What was that all about? Bob's head, have you made peace with your fate? This time the divination sense will bring you to your knees. I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. Our only hope now is what we can glean from the seance vision and Wafer's insights. Very well. The divination seance, if you please, your beloveds. Yes, let us begin. Nana!
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? Your benevolence. What in the world? I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail. Just as I thought. Wait, what does he know that we don't? I had sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. To think of it. I must go perform a divination seance for Pure Zilla. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before trial begins. That is why I sought to stop a benevolence from performing it here. However, since this event it be done, so we should try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties. I am not anything of the sort. The victim's spirit will not enter my car, but I know not why. It is my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance. Rafa, what are we to do without a divination seance? I suppose I still have to deliver the last rites without them. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I'm fully capable of proving the accused's guilt with or without the divination seance. Ha 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 ha! Never fail to impress, Prosecutor Shanmani. This is bad. Divination seance is my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolent says she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? How curious, Mr. White. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance? Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on an accused's crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into the grave. You should feel it, not plead for it. I believe in my client. Plus yesterday somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth would show that my client Maya Fey is innocent. The truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick? Maya, please, you're not helping. How dare you! The voice of a Mitama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you. Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments for the seance? No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen, or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let's proceed with the trial without the seance, as Prosecutor Sadmati suggested. Thank you, Your Majesty. Why, you? I will not forget this, bobbed head. This will not be the last you see of me. Now then, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Very well. If the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin. Sorry, Mr. White. Detective Sky. I understand how you would wish to save the accused and the defense. They're your friends, after all. But you must let them go and move on. But there's only one way to save them now. By giving their souls a chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. Oh, can't do this. No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice. Miss Sky. Yes? Don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out. Eventually. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye. How very grateful, criminal for tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of the case. The latest victim was Pure Zala. He had been training under the High Priest and living in his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, had identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a robber and killed due to his connection to the High Priest. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far. I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I going to do now? What is it, Maya? I'm just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zala. Because this might prove to be the key as to why the divination seance failed. What are you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second. During my investigation, my friend told me about how the divination seance works. If I can figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information. The latest victim was Pure Zalal. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, had identified the victim's body.
Hold it!
Was Mr. Inme's positive ID the only way you identified the identity of the victim? Huh? Well, no. That's like the ID card he carries in the data in his family registry. But what? His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed. I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. White. Here's what I'm thinking. The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The real priestess used a deceased face and true name to summon their spirit. Why, yes, that's indeed true. If he was using a forged ID and there was no mention of him in our public record, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. Yeah, not uncommon here in Korean. An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, I never mentioned something about immigrants yesterday. If that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time. I've always thought that Acolyte Zillow was cure needs. The High Priest must be lamenting his deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. White, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? This is a proven fact. Please add to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony. Yes, Your Majesty. He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name.
Objection!
Sorry, Detective Sky. But the police missed something important in their investigation. Huh? What are you talking about? The victim was undeniably a Kyoanese native. And this crime scene photo proves it. It does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Kyoanese. Well, I don't see anything that would prove that. This proves the victim was Kyoanese.
Take that!
Look at the section white here. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach? I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. Oh, the victim really liked peaches? Well, peaches are a favorite delicacy here in Korean. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly white flesh. They are blessed from the Holy Mother herself. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. After this trial, Maya, but now we have a bigger fish to fry. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. It is not a peach, you say? Then what is it? Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Maybe the tattoo on the High Priest's brow. Oh my! What? Mark is only borne by members of the Curious Clergy.
Objection!
So that is what you believe it is to be? Oh, they're not only different shapes. Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattooed ink over his tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark or Curious Clergy bear. Hey, you're right! Until about 20-some odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself got one on my white button. That is entirely too much information, Your Majesty. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. I'm on it. Ready if I get any hints. That will not be necessary. Please seek information on the clergy. And all right here. Oh my, you never see semis. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? There's just one. His name is Real Nemu. He became a monk 20 years ago. And that must be the victim's real name. But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, that must be some reason. Nick, it's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. You're right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. One who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented. You are but digging your own grave, Defense. We won't know that until we try. So it's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well. Let the divination seance be held once more. Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You're a full bobbed head, and your foolishness so you'd no guarantee gratitude from me. But with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, princess. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Oh my! This is misread summarize. Perizalot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. You seem terribly disappointed. I think you do not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. You did? A most surprising surprise attack. So, tell us, Prosecutor Sadmani, what is this conclusive evidence you have found? The plum personal theme song that the deceased heard. Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during interrogation. Hey! That's my plum punisher strap! Will you press the Magatama on the plum punisher belt? Seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Faye? You better not break it! There's only one of those in the whole wide world! Maya, no! It is just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. Sister seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. It is time to accept the fact that the divination sense is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. That is as conclusive as evidence can get. That if there are no further objections.
Objection!
Slow down there, Your Majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance? Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. That's never stopped me before. Divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. You don't know what you're beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I'm the only one who speaks for the memory of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it. The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Then suddenly it was there, and the theme to the plumbed Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant, he departed from this ward. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. Her malevolence's insights have painted a detailed picture both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holes there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. I just have to go over each and every one of the deceased very carefully.
Objection!